Hello everyone, how you doing? My name is Diane and this is Madam Butterfly Tarot. This is for Thursday the 17th of August, but you know it is a timeless reading. So pile number 1 is the short selenite stick. Pile number 2 is the selenite flying saucer shape one. And pile number 3 is the longer selenite stick. So I will just give you a second to choose your pile. Someone here is deliberately blocking out messages from spirit. There's something to do with an opportunity that you're sort of resisting a little bit. Okay. Okay, so let's move these guys. So that's number 3, that's number 2, and pile number 1, the short selenite stick. Okay, so you guys have the flower, be honest with yourself. The 8 of Cups. Ooh, the 10 of Swords. The 3 of Swords, and you have the World, and you have the 8 of Swords. Well, pile number 1, this is very clear message. So you're walking away from a situation. Now that could be any situation, but it is some kind of situation that broke your heart. There's some kind of situation that holds a lot of sadness for you, that's still making you sad, okay, that you've decided to walk away from. And you have the flower, be honest with yourself. So there's some kind of situation that is making you very sad that you are finally being honest with yourself about, and you're like, I'm done. The 8 of Cups, I'm walking away, I'm taking my cup of love and I'm taking it away. So, you know, this can still be like a job or a friend or something, but with the 8 of Cups, you know, it's like you tried to give someone or something, like a situation, your cup of love, and they just like rejected it, or they're not able to reciprocate, or it's, you know, how do I say it, like it's just going nowhere. Basically your cup of love is not you know, you're doing all the giving and there's no sort of reciprocity. So I feel like with the 10 of Swords, it's just time to you've just decided, you're like, this is dead, like whatever this is, I'm gone. And I feel like it's been keeping you stuck, whatever this situation is that you're walking away from, because the 8 of Swords represents feeling stuck but not actually being stuck, you know. So it's like you've kind of taken the blindfold off and you're seeing things clearly, and you're like, okay, I'm done, I'm freeing myself from this. The World is closing down a cycle, so this may have been something that was going on for a long time. Like a cycle with someone or a situation that you've been involved with for a long time, and you're finally walking away. And I feel like it's going to unstick you now. You know, you're going to go away and start a whole new cycle. I don't actually feel I don't feel that much sadness about you walking away. I feel like the sadness, like whatever the situation is, it was making you sad, but like that 8 of Cups person, it's almost like just resignation. It's like, well, you know, it's time to be honest with myself, like I need to go, for me, kind of thing. So that's your message, pile number 1. Good for you, because it's not easy to walk away from, you know, things that you've given a lot of time to. So I hope that was a useful message, pile number 1. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I wish you many blessings, love and light. Pile number 2, you guys have the selenite. I'm just going to get a drink, excuse me. Okay. So let's see. Okay. You have the Justice card and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. pile 2. I don't know what this reading's about, but I can tell you that there's something contained in this reading that is your destiny, okay? It is your destined path. And it's, whatever it is, it's like been written into your story. You are meant to have it, okay? Whatever it is. You have the Hanged Man in reverse. Interesting. You have the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, you're meant to have a lot of money with the 10 of Pentacles. Like, you know, the 10 of Pentacles is being very comfortable. That's like building a legacy, you know. You're meant to have a lot of money in this life. You have the Judgment card, which they are naked, so I'm not going to flip it over. There's some kind of calling. Like with the Judgment and the Wheel of Fortune, this is something that you're destined to do. There's some kind of, I would say it's a job because it's related to money. There's some kind of job like that you're destined to do. It is your calling. Like not everybody has a calling when it comes to work, but you do. Whatever this is, okay? And it's going to make you a lot of money. You know, it's actually with the 10 of Pentacles, the type of money that you can pass down to your children, you know, or nieces and nephews or whatever your situation is. And you also have the Ace of Swords with the Hanged Man. All right, this could be, only take this if it resonates, but you may have come here from pile number 1. So the decision that you made in pile 1, excuse me, that's not a throat chakra thing, I'm just having a sore throat today. The decision that you made in pile 1 may be affecting this, you know, because you have the Hanged Man in reverse. So when the Hanged Man is upright, it indicates that you've been feeling stuck because Spirit wanted you to see something differently. Like Spirit wanted you to get a new perspective on something, and now you've done that. That's why I'm saying it might be related to pile 1. And the Ace of Swords is like, especially with the Hanged Man in reverse, it's some kind of epiphany. It's some kind of major mental breakthrough. Like some kind of massive dawning realization. That is going to propel you forward. And I didn't mean to say propel, so things might actually move very fast. I feel like you've unblocked yourself in some way. You've had some kind of epiphany, or if you haven't had this yet, it's coming soon, okay? Like you've had some kind of epiphany, and now it's like all systems go. So things, you might find that things might move very fast now, all right? You also have the Three of Wands, which is take the lead in this deck. So this could be about you moving into a leadership role. Like it could very well be your destiny in this lifetime to embark on some kind of leadership role. And that would make sense actually as to why it makes you so much money. Also, some of you might marry a Libra, you know, because you have the 10 of Pentacles and the Justice card, just throwing that out there. You know, marry or be in a long-term commitment with. They might have Libra like somewhere, they might not be a Libra sun, but they might have it heavy in their chart somewhere else. So you have occupation, yeah. See, I've just put that down on top of Judgment. So there's some kind of job. It's a job that's a calling for you, that you were destined to do on this planet, okay? You have main female. So there's something definitely about being in the spotlight or being in like a leadership position or a manager's position or owning your own business or something like that. And it's interesting that those two cards are together because she's kind of almost in the background. See, and obviously you can take this if you're a dude, okay? It doesn't matter that she's a girl. See, in this card here, it's like she's in the background. She's one of the little worker bees. You know, she's in like a back room somewhere. You know, sewing her little heart out. But in this card, she's not doing anything. She's just kind of standing there being like a figurehead kind of thing. Like, I feel that some of you may make that shift, you know, from, I don't want to say like being in the background, but it's, yeah, it's like emerging into some kind of leadership position. Oh, my throat's gone. Now that I feel like is a throat chakra thing. Okay, so it could be something to do with like communication in some way, this job. And maybe in the past you've preferred to be kind of behind the scenes. That's the word I was looking for, behind the scenes. Because you maybe had a problem with like a block in your throat chakra or something, and you didn't really want to be heard, and you have social anxiety, or you didn't want to be seen. But I feel like that's what's changing, because I feel like you're actually going to be quite comfortable in the spotlight and putting yourself first as well, is what I want to say too. So this might be something to do with talking, and you have great fortune. Yeah, see, I feel like you're destined to have a lot of money. And when I say talking, I also, that doesn't have to be public speaking. It can be like writing, you know, having a blog, writing a book. It can be making a movie, anything where you're like expressing yourself through communication in some way. You also have poverty and you have judication. Yeah. Okay. Some of you have definitely come here from pile number 1, okay, because there's something about, they're saying it's time to make a decision. You may have already made the decision, but they're saying it's time to make a decision. This is the time. So I don't know what that means. That's going to be different for different people, but like I said, for some of you, that's relevant to pile 1. But for some of you, it's like about making the decision to sort of move from being behind the scenes to being like in charge of stuff, or being a figurehead, or being a leader. You may also have been working on, like, see with the poverty card, if you've been going through a period where you've been struggling for money, whether that's recently or it's been your entire life, there's going to be a big breakthrough in that too. Okay, like a huge breakthrough. And for some of you, excuse me, that is to do with like a breakthrough in a lack mindset, right? Like maybe, you felt like not worthy of having money, or you felt like your ideas weren't good enough to make money, or like I was saying, it's like I always want to be behind the scenes, I always want to be in the background, this kind of thing. And that's maybe what's been stopping you from kind of getting this money, like putting yourself out there, feeling worthy of the money. It can be lots of things, like there can be lots of things that block the money coming in, but I'm just giving examples. But that's about to be removed, okay? But it is definitely something to do with you being in a leadership position. You're destined to have that, okay? So, and you're destined to have a lot of money. So that is your message, pile number 2. I hope it was useful. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I wish you many blessings, love and light. Okay. And pile number 3, you guys were the chunky bit of selenite. I'm just going to get a wee swig of Coke. Okay. You guys have, you have, infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. Should we just stop there? Just stop it there. Money's coming. You're good. Okay. It's almost like just be ready to catch it. That's what I always feel like with this card, because there's the guy here who's actually, harvesting the apples, like picking the apples, and then it's almost like they're saying to you, just be ready to catch the apples. It's like, we're going to give you this money. We've been waiting to give it to you, is actually what they just said. We've been waiting to give you this money. So it's like, be ready to catch it, okay? You have confidence. It comes with time and practice. So there's something, I wonder if you came here from pile 2. I feel like maybe a lack of confidence has kind of been blocking your money a little bit, okay? God, she looks so scared. Oh look, there's the Ace of Swords on her little bag. See, if you watch pile 2, that could be your Ace of Swords from pile 2, you know? Like there's going to be this breakthrough in like confidence and self-worth and how much, you know, like how much money you're worth kind of thing in terms of being, like in terms of employment, you know? That could be what the change is here for you, pile number 3. Like suddenly all this money's coming in, and it's been to do with like an increase in your confidence and your abilities. You're very close to achieving your goal. So this is to do with money. So if you have some kind of goal you've been working towards in terms of money, you're very close, okay? So don't give up. You and your loved ones are safe. Okay, so this may have been a pile that was worrying about money. Like maybe there's some uncertainty around money at the moment, but they're saying you're safe, okay? Like we're protecting you in terms of money. You don't have to worry, because I feel like it's a lesson that you're learning to do with like, yeah, like to do with your self-worth and how, you know, yeah, you may have had like a little block around, you know, not feeling worthy of money or something like that, okay? But they want you to know that you're safe. Like, we got you, okay? Like, we're not gonna let you fall. You're just learning this lesson right now. Ooh, work through your fears. You definitely have some kind of fear to do with your confidence, like being seen or talking, or just, you know, like it keeps coming through, like what your worth is. You know, so for example, maybe you're starting to go for jobs with more like a higher salary, or you know, like a higher up role, because that's like more responsibility gets like more money, right? I feel like you're working through fears about like confidence and being seen, and like, am I worth it? Like, can I do the job? Are people gonna want to buy my product? Blah 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 blah, right? She's like so scared. Oh, what a shame. Because it might be something new, because she's on a bus or a train or something, you know? So this might be you embarking on some kind of new adventure in terms of your money, which is always exciting and not terrifying. You also have the sun. Oh my god. Okay. There is definitely something, I've got more cards, but you see how there's the moon there? So it's like you've been working towards this goal, and you can't really see what's happening. Like you can't see if you're close to achieving it. You can't see if you're gonna get it. But then suddenly like the sun comes out and you see everything. I feel like you're very close to achieving this goal, whatever it is. And it's something to do, you know, the sun is all about being seen and like confidence. It's like Leo energy. So there's something here to do, sorry, I was just choking a little bit there. There's something to do with you allowing yourself to be seen. I don't really know what that means. Like maybe you just don't want to be in the spotlight, or you hide aspects of the real you or something like that. But there's something about letting yourself shine that is going to be the thing that tips this over the scale, is what I want to say. You have faith in your dreams, okay? Oh shit. Okay, yeah, I see it. Hold on. You know what? My throat closed up just as I pulled that card out. Yeah, you have the throat chakra. There's something to do with you with like being heard. You know, like the throat chakra is to do with your voice and like the expression of who you are. You know, so say you're writing, you know, that would be like an expression of who you are, right? So like, because you know, nobody else is going to write quite like you. You know, you're going to have a certain style and a certain flair, right? That's why people buy you. You know, that's why people are going to want to read your books. Like, people are not going to want to read your books if you're just a carbon copy of another writer. You know, it's like when they're saying kind of, you know, when you let yourself shine, when it's like truly you, that's being expressed, that's when I feel like the breakthrough is going to come. Because the throat chakra, you know, you may have been bullied a lot, or you had like a lot of people trying to shut down your voice, and you just kind of over time you just learn to like stop truly expressing what you were thinking or what you really felt, you know, or your ideas, because you were scared like people are just going to laugh at them or tell you they're stupid. I'm even stuttering a little bit. And tell you your ideas are stupid or something. But I feel you have a bit of a fear around people like hearing the true you. Now, you know, whether that comes through like writing or, you know, making a YouTube video or painting. You know, the throat chakra can be like any kind of self-expression. Yeah, there's definitely some fear for you around being seen and being heard, okay, that you're working through. You have the 8 of Wands here though. You're going to do really well. Because look, you have success and growth. I am such a dry mouth bitch today. Hold on. Sorry, pile 3. I have a bit of a sore throat as well. Yeah, you're definitely, I feel like the growth is going to come really fast. You know, because the 8 of Wands is like fast movement. It's almost like an explosion. I don't know how else to describe that. Because you see here, it's like her little heart's exploding. And she's like, I can't hold it in anymore. Bam, this is who I am. And then suddenly you have the 8 of Wands, which is like, you know, success that takes off very fast. I also feel, incidentally, I feel like you have someone watching you, pile 3. I don't know who it is. It could be a man with this 8 of Wands. So someone might have their eye on you already for like giving you a job or like sponsoring you or something. Okay. But I feel it's almost like a burst. Like the blocks are going to be removed like in a, you know, almost like overnight kind of thing. There's just it's gonna come to a point where you're just like, you know what, F it. I don't care what you think of me. I'm just gonna start saying stuff, and that's when it's all gonna sort of fall into place. Because the 8 of Wands, of course, as well, is about like free communication. You know, it's about communicating freely, removing like restraints. You know, the 8 of Wands is like finally having freedom. I feel like you have hidden who you really are for a long time, maybe always, because you know often these blocks are picked up in childhood, so it may be something that you've had your whole life that's finally being removed, but you're like finally just kind of showing the world who you are, because that's the product that you're selling. You know what I mean? Whatever that is, there's something, you know, that's what you bring to the table. Who was it I said? Who was that? Sofia Vergara. I don't know why I was watching that. As celebrities go, I actually don't mind her. Like she's pretty funny. But let's not go down this celebrity path because I'll just start ranting. But yeah, she was saying, like, I realized I'm the product, and that's kind of what's coming through here. So whether that's, you know, starting up your own business or a YouTube channel or a book or, you know, like a job that you're applying for, like, you're the product. And I feel like the more that you just kind of, this could apply specifically to people that are in a creative field, like the more that you just let your true self out, the more successful you're going to be, if you see what I mean. Because people are going to like you, for that little bit of difference that you have to other people, if you see what I mean. You also have, sorry, pile 3, my camera cut out. You also have sudden wealth. See, I feel like it's gonna happen suddenly. Sudden wealth, community, and privileged lady. This is something to do with speaking, or like public speaking, or working with a community. See, you could be, like, for example, you could be a manager, right? So, or you could be considering stepping into a managerial role, which you need confidence to be a manager, right? Because, you know, sometimes you have to give those little pep talks, and like you have to hold the group meetings and stuff, and like sometimes you have to be quite forceful with people because there's always like chancers, you know, they're like, you know, trying to like challenge your authority and whatever, and you have to be like, smack down. Or it could be like I don't know, it's anything to do with like a community. I feel like it's like a leadership, like many people will hear your voice, okay? So that could be, like I said, a team of like 20 for a manager, or like thousands of people reading your book, or like thousands of people watching your YouTube channel, or something like that. And people are gonna really like you. They like you. You see how they're all smiling? If it ever focuses. See, all those people are smiling. I mean, she looks a bit tired. But yeah, that, you know, I feel like even because she looks like she's been through a lot, right? But I feel like you have the capacity to win over like pretty much everyone, like even sort of tougher people that would be like, you know, say you're a manager, like tougher people, like even the chancellors kind of thing. I feel like even they will be like, okay, cool, like you're fine, I like you, like I can work for you, kind of thing. And it's something to do with your true self being expressed. Also, the throat chakra is to do with boundaries as well, you know, like not letting people walk all over you, kind of thing. You're definitely gonna have, like with sudden wealth, I feel like the money's gonna come in. I'm sorry, I keep taking so many breaks, I keep having to swallow. With the sudden wealth, like I feel like the money's gonna come in fast. That's what keeps coming through. There's almost gonna be just like these blocks are removed for you overnight, and it's like you suddenly just show people who you are, and it's almost like the money starts coming in like very, very suddenly. Very suddenly. And you have privileged lady here. Okay. That's interesting that she's behind him. You have privileged lady here. So you're definitely going to have a lot more time to yourself. You know, or it's like you're going to be working less hours but for more money, kind of thing. It's that type of role. For some of you as well, only take this if it resonates, because you know this won't be for everyone, but I kind of feel like there's someone here that's watching you and they kind of want to look after you in some way, or like they want to help you out with money or something like that, because you see how she's behind him, and like privileged lady, you know, kind of makes you think you have like a lot of free time, you know. So there could be someone that wants to look after you financially as well, but I don't, it's weird because I don't feel like you're gonna need it. You know what I mean? I feel like whatever this venture is, you're gonna have like, you know, you're gonna have a good time. Like you're gonna have a lot of money from it, but there's also this person that wants to look after you. So I don't know, he just popped in at the end. So that's your message, pile 3. Well done you. So just keep going, okay? You're very close and you're safe, okay? They're saying like, don't worry about money, you're good, okay? I mean, obviously, you know, don't be crazy with your money, right? Probably. But they're saying like, don't worry, we got you, you're safe. You're just in the process of learning a lesson at the moment, but you're good, okay? So that's your message, pile 3. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it was useful, and as always, I wish you many blessings, love and light. Take care.